Hello, welcome to the channel Miracles of History. What Mother Teresa revealed seconds before dying is shocking everyone. Before her death, she revealed a terrifying secret that no one had ever imagined, leaving the Pope and the entire Vatican in shock. Teresa, known for her immense influence and as the greatest peacemaker, will always be remembered for the silent cries of a child who was never born. Mother Teresa, an icon of compassion, love, and mercy, left a legacy that will endure through generations. Yet behind her altruistic acts, a dark secret haunted her soul. Undoubtedly, she was one of the most dedicated people the world has ever known. She was honored as a saint in life, but whispers of a darker side followed her everywhere. However, before passing away, she made a shocking revelation that shook her story. What did she reveal? An obscure past, a hidden sin, or a powerful truth too significant to ignore? Let's uncover all of this now. Mother Teresa had a complex public image, earning widespread admiration for her work, which led her to receive the prestigious Nobel Peace Prize for her fight against poverty and suffering, considered threats to peace. Throughout her life, she was celebrated with numerous awards and titles, and consistently recognized as one of the most admired people in the world. Many Catholics view her as a saint and seek her intercession. However, alongside praise, Mother Teresa also faced significant criticism. Some questioned the quality of medical care provided by her organization. There were allegations that certain deathbed baptisms were forced conversions, and she was accused of having connections to colonialism, racism, and controversial public figures. Yet she never publicly responded until before her death, when she broke her silence and revealed a shocking secret. Mother Teresa's journey in India began with her birth as Agnes Gongsha Bojaksu, known as Mother Teresa, on August 26, 1910. In the Ottoman Empire, she was baptized the day after her birth, though later she considered August 27th her true birthday. Mother Teresa was the youngest daughter of Nicola and Drana Bojaksu. Her father, involved in Albanian community politics, passed away in 1919 when she was very young. During her childhood, she developed a deep fascination with the compelling stories of missionaries and their selfless service in Bengal. By the age of 12, she had decided to dedicate her life to religion, a decision that was solidified further on August 15, 1928, while praying at the sacred sanctuary of the Black Madonna, a site she frequently visited during her pilgrimage. At 18, in 1928, Teresa left her family for Ireland, joining the Sisters of Loreto at Rathfarnham Monastery. Her primary goal was to learn English, the language used by the sisters in India, where she aspired to serve as a missionary. Sadly, she never saw her mother or sister again, as her family remained in Skopje until 1934, before moving to Tirana. In 1929, Teresa arrived in India and began her novitiate in Darjeeling, a serene city nestled in the majestic Himalayas. There, she immersed herself in learning Bengali and began teaching at St. Teresa's School near her convent. On May 24, 1931, she joyfully celebrated her first religious vows. Inspired by Saint Teresa of Lisieux, the patron saint of missionaries, she adopted the name Teresa. However, as another nun had already chosen that name in the convent, she honored her by using the Spanish spelling. Mother Teresa's missionary path took its definitive form when she took her solemn vows on May 14, 1937. At that time, she was a teacher at the Loreto Convent School in Nainotal, east of Calcutta, adopting the title Mother, following the Loreto tradition. She dedicated almost 20 years to the institution and became its principal in 1944. Though she enjoyed teaching, Mother Teresa was increasingly disturbed by the extreme poverty she witnessed in Calcutta. The Bengal famine of 1943 and violent conflicts during the Direct Action Day in August 1946 intensified her desire to help the needy. During a train journey to Darjeeling in 1946, she experienced an intense inner calling to dedicate herself to India's poor in Jesus' name. After receiving permission to leave the school, she founded the Missionaries of Charity in 1950, choosing a simple white sari with blue borders as the order's uniform. On September 10, 1946, during an annual retreat at the Loreto Convent in Darjeeling, Mother Teresa felt compelled to leave the convent to live among and serve the poor. Seeing it as a divine mandate she could not ignore without betraying her faith. Joseph Langford, founder of the Missionaries of Charity Fathers, noted that although many were unaware, this decision was crucial to her spiritual journey. In 1948, Sister Teresa became Mother Teresa and began her mission among the poorest of the poor. exchanging her traditional Loreto habit for a simple white cotton sari with a blue border. She adopted Indian citizenship and completed basic medical training at the Holy Family Hospital in Pune, before beginning work in the most underprivileged neighborhoods. Her dedication to the homeless and hungry began with opening a school in Mori Rio, Calcutta, in early 1949. Soon, Mother Teresa was joined by a group of young women, forming the foundation of a new religious community dedicated to assisting the poorest of the poor. Their work drew the attention of Indian authorities, including the Prime Minister. On October 7, 1950, she received Vatican approval to form a diocesan congregation, which would later become the Missionaries of Charity. According to her, the congregation would dedicate itself to caring for the hungry, the homeless, the destitute, the disabled, the blind, lepers, and all who felt unwanted, unloved, or neglected by society, people considered a burden and rejected by everyone. Mother Teresa's compassion extended to opening her first hospice in 1952, further solidifying her commitment to the needy. With the help of Calcutta staff, she transformed an abandoned Hindu temple in Rogar Kagat into a home for impoverished people. The hospice was later renamed Gapte, the home of the pure heart. Every individual who arrived received medical care and the opportunity to die with dignity, respecting their religious beliefs. For Muslims, the Quran was provided. For Hindus, Ganges water. And for Catholics, the sacrament of extreme unction. Mother Teresa viewed this as a beautiful death, allowing those living in misery to depart from this world with love and compassion. She also established a special hospice for people with leprosy, called Shantan Nagar, or City of Peace. The Missionaries of Charity established leprosy clinics in Calcutta, providing medical care, bandages, and food to those affected. As the number of homeless children increased, the missionaries also began sheltering them. In 1955, Mother Teresa inaugurated the Nirmala Shishu Bhavan, the home of children of the Immaculate Heart, as a refuge for orphans and homeless youth. The congregation grew in recruits and donations, enabling the creation of more hospices, orphanages, and leper houses throughout India. In the 1960s, Mother Teresa expanded the missionaries' work beyond India, opening a house in Venezuela in 1965 with 5 members, then establishing residences in Rome, Italy, Tanzania, and Austria in 1968. During the 1970s, the congregation established houses and bases in the United States and various countries across Asia, Africa, and Europe. In 1963, the Brothers of the Missionaries of Charity were founded, and in 1976, a contemplative branch for sisters was created. Catholic laypeople and non-Catholics were welcomed as collaborators, including sick and suffering aides and lay missionaries. Responding to requests from several priests, Mother Teresa founded the Corpus Christi movement for priests in 1981, and together with Joseph Langford, established the Missionary Fathers of Charity. By 1997, the congregation in Calcutta, initially formed by 13 members, had grown to over 4,000 sisters, running orphanages, hospices for AIDS patients, and charitable centers worldwide, assisting refugees, disabled people, the elderly, alcoholics, the impoverished, the homeless, and victims of natural disasters, epidemics, and famine. By 2007, the Missionaries of Charity included around 450 brothers and 5,000 sisters, operating 600 missions, schools, and shelters in 120 countries. Mother Teresa expressed her identity in many ways, declaring herself Albanian by blood, Indian by citizenship, and a Catholic nun by faith. Though she primarily worked in India, she occasionally traveled inland on humanitarian missions. In 1971, she visited Belfast during a tumultuous period, accompanied by 4 sisters, facing pressures from high-ranking clergy, who believed her mission focus should be elsewhere. Despite local support, she and her sisters abruptly left the city in 1973. The details and reasons for this departure remain a mystery, potentially linked to the terrifying secret revealed by Mother Teresa. In 1991, she visited radiation victims in Chernobyl and earthquake survivors in Armenia and made her first return to Albania, opening a home for the missionary brothers in Tirana. By 1996, the Missionaries of Charity operated 517 missions in over 100 countries. The number of sisters grew from 12 to thousands, serving the poorest of the poor in 450 centers worldwide. The first Missionaries of Charity home in the United States was established in South Bronx, New York, and by 1984, the congregation had 19 establishments nationwide, Privately, Mother Teresa struggled with doubts and religious difficulties for nearly 5 decades. Towards the end of her life, she openly expressed profound uncertainty about God's existence and anguish over her lack of faith. This does not mean she was distant from God, but there may be more to reveal about her inner feelings. Her spiritual dryness, marked by a night of the soul, was not unique to the saints, including Teresa of Lisieux, faced similar struggles. She wrote numerous letters to confessors and superiors, asking most to be destroyed to avoid drawing attention to herself rather than to Jesus. These letters, now available in the book, Mother Teresa, Come Be My Light, reveal her inner turmoil, seeking God, yet feeling silence and emptiness. She received numerous recognitions, including diplomatic passports, civil honors, and awards such as the Padma Shri 1962, Jawaharlal Nehru Award for International Understanding 1969, Bharat Ratna 1980, Ramon Magsays's Award for Peace and International Understanding 1962, and the Albert Schweitzer International Prize 1975. Despite controversies, thank you so much for watching our video. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to leave a like. It helps us continue bringing inspiring messages and stories from the Bible. Share this video with friends and family so more people can learn about these truths and teachings. May God bless you and your family.